What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, always hit that bell notification, always put that on all so you can get notified straight away as soon as we drop any new content on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we had some women's boxing. The chief support to Kid Galahad versus Kiko Martinez was Teri Harper versus Alicia Baumgardner. And Alicia Baumgardner is not a champion, not a fighter, I'd seen a lot of. I'd heard about her. She had a puncher's reputation coming into this fight. But for the most part, there were a lot of people sort of favoring Teri Harper going into this. But it was the script got completely and utterly flipped in this one. I didn't know much about Baumgartner. I hold my hands up, so I was kind of expecting this to be a Teri Harper victory. But that was through ignorance. That was sheer ignorance, because Baumgartner, as this fight started, she started beautifully, started confidently. She had her left hand very low and was just piercing Harper with that jab. You know, that jab, you know, she was just so confident, and that confidence of Baumgartner just shone through the entirety that this fight lasted. And yeah, so Baumgartner started it very, very well. And you could just tell that it was a mixture between Teri Harper, you know, she just looked like she wasn't at the races on this fight. She just looked like almost she wasn't there. And you know, she was okay in the first round, but Baumgartner was just on another level. She just couldn't. With Harper, it was like she was just getting jabbed up over and over again, just constantly eating the jab, eating the right hand, and she was just like several steps behind Alicia Baumgardner in this fight. It almost looked like she was kind of shocked, or she just wasn't. It almost looked like she wasn't ready in the first round. It was like a good pro versus you know, someone who's just starting out in the game. You know, the Baumgartner just completely outboxed her and completely sort of outclassed Teri Harper, especially early in that first round, the early going of the fight. And the pattern just pretty much continued that way. Baumgartner showing great speed, you know, great counter punching ability, and she just made that ring her home. You know, even in the leading up to the fight, she was saying, you know, it's me, I'm the champion. She was confident as anything, and that confidence really just carried through into the ring, because you could tell Harper didn't look half as confident as Baumgartner. And Baumgartner, she just came in there and just made this thing her own, just boxed beautifully from beginning to end of this fight. Beautiful boxing, using movement, you know, using controlling the range beautifully, brilliant straight shots. And she just outboxed Teri Harper throughout this fight. It only lasted into the early rounds anyway, and Harper was sort of playing catch up here and there. She hardly sort of landed anything, and she just. Baumgartner just took over. She couldn't get going at all, Teri Harper. She just didn't seem to be able to get to grips with what Alicia Baumgardner was doing. She was just several steps behind, couldn't get to grips with anything, you know, struggling to really land anything of note. All the telling punches and the powerful, meaningful punches were coming from Baumgardner, and this fight was just pure Baumgardner. Yeah, so Harper was just being completely outclassed, outboxed through the whole thing. It only lasted into the fourth round. So, yeah, for all the 3 rounds and the seconds of the fourth that it lasted, Harper just could not get to grips with anything that Alicia Baumgardner was doing, and Alicia Baumgardner just finished her with a beautiful shot, beautiful right hand counter. And Harper, it was one of the most horrible and crazy knockouts you'll ever see, because Baumgartner's whacked Harper with this shot, beautiful right hand, and it just made Harper beat. Basically, she was out on her feet. Literally, she took this shot from Baumgardner, and just bang, it just, she was basically knocked out, but she didn't go down. She was still on her feet, but it was as if she just, it hit her so hard that she literally was frozen. Her you could tell it, the expression on her face, like some sort of smile, and she was just completely knocked spark out on her feet. And thank God for the referee, because the referee clocked onto this and immediately jumped in before Alicia Baumgardner could do any more damage, because this was one of those dangerous punches and dangerous knockouts where, had that referee not stepped in the fourth and just stepped between and waved it off, this could have been serious, maybe neurological damage for Teri Harper. This could have been a career ender for Teri Harper, because it was such a bad one. And it's one of those where she get hit and it's bang and she just froze. And then Baumgardner was coming to follow up, because you have to protect yourself at all times. And anyhow Baumgardner followed up and she did actually go down, it would have been even worse than what it was. I mean, the punch was damaging enough. It was really, really powerful. I mean, Baumgardner, one thing we know about, she certainly can box, certainly can punch. So yeah, overall brilliant victory for Baumgardner. Definitely dominated Teri Harper. It really wasn't even close. And this young lady is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Again, as Eddie has with a lot of his fighters, I think there is some sort of rematch clause or whatever in this contract. But I'm telling you this now, it is not advisable for Teri Harper to take this fight again right now. If she takes this fight again right now, she gets beat. I would bet money on that. She gets beat. If she takes this fight again, Baumgardner wins and takes her out. Maybe even takes her out sooner. She maybe even takes her out sooner if they fight again. Because it's just, right now, for Harper to deal with that, the mental thing, the mental demons, as they say, the mental scars of going through that battle, getting beat up like that and getting knocked out bad like that, it will haunt you. So it's one of those things where I would say Harper needs time. She needs to take time off. She needs to recuperate and, sort of get her mind right again to even think about this. But I would advise against a rematch. I think she'll lose horribly in a rematch. So yeah, but as a victory, again, very impressed with Baumgardner. That's the first time I've seen her fight, so really impressed with her. She is destructive. She will give anybody problems. She'll give Katie Taylor problems, maybe even beat her. Any girl in that division, she's going to be a problem for them. So yeah, congrats to Alicia Baumgardner. Came over to England, came over to basically Harper's hometown in Sheffield, done the business, took her out. It couldn't have been a better victory for Baumgardner. Massive congratulations to her, and I'll be keeping a lookout for her, man. Very, very impressed. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on this amazing KO victory, and what do you think of Baumgardner? How far can she go? She's world champion now, so she'll be probably looking to unify. But all the best of luck to her, and I wish Teri Harper, of course, a big speedy recovery and everything. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism over and out. I'll catch you on the next one.